Phew. What's up, YouTube? It's me. It's Brando IRL coming at you with an IRL video. Wow, look at that. I kind of just thought I would do something a little different from what I've been doing, recently, which is basically taking, parts of my Twitch streams, my playthroughs and whatnot, making them into 20 to 30 minute segments of video and uploading that to YouTube. I thought instead of that, why not do something a little different and do a IRL video, a vlog style video, if you will, where I discuss my thoughts, feelings, emotions, etc., about my Twitch journey so far. So really, this YouTube video does relate to Twitch in a way. It's not completely separate, but I thought this would be a cool opportunity to just talk about it. And I have a lot of different thoughts running through my brain. I don't really have a script or anything particular that I want to follow here. I'm just gonna kind of wing it, and just hope it turns out okay. So I started streaming around October, November, and I had been thinking about streaming prior to that, but I really wasn't I didn't really feel like it was something I could do. I was a little bit nervous at first about, putting myself out there with the camera, and, I was like, well, maybe I could just do it no cam and just stream whatever game I'm playing at the time. So, I had some thoughts about that. It wasn't really until Emily, my girlfriend, kind of prompted me. We had talked about it a little bit, and she had said, you should really give it a try. Just give it a shot, see if you like it. So at the time, I was playing a lot of, World of Warcraft, and I would just start streaming our raids as a guild.
Right. For right now, we expect you to be food and flask when you come here. Bring your own shit. That's all I got.
It's a long phase. I don't remember. Oh, God.
Back with me. There you go.
That does a lot of damage. I think Brett was watching at some point too. Brett, appreciate you, man, once again, for supporting the stream. Alright. I'm gonna end it. Thanks, guys, for watching. And yeah, have a good one. Alright, peace. And it was kind of nice because I didn't feel all the pressure to just talk all the time and entertain stream myself, because I had everyone in the guild on Discord talking as well. So it was almost like I had more back and forth with the people that I was playing with. And that was kind of a nice way, I feel like, to sort of ease my way into the world of streaming, where it wasn't just me in front of the camera talking, entertaining everyone, but I had other people around. So maybe actually, if I have one piece of advice from that, is if you're gonna start streaming, maybe start streaming with a friend, or you're playing a game with someone where you can have a little banter, a little back and forth. That's mostly if you're not super duper comfortable right off the bat, talking all the time by yourself in front of the camera, which was kind of the case for me. So anyway, over time, I started to get more comfortable with it, and I started to play other games, mostly retro games. I started to play Pokemon Snap. I started to play some old school RuneScape. Still kind of playing World of Warcraft, but I sort of fell off of WoW after our guild kind of went to shit. And anyway, so that's when I started to branch out and play different games. And honestly, that's kind of when I felt like my stream really started to gain a little bit of traction, a little bit of momentum. Not to say that WoW was a bad game to stream or anything, but once I was actually more comfortable with being on camera and, just being able to handle playing a game while also focusing on chat and reading every message and interacting with those who popped by, and really trying to engage with the audience that was there. I really felt that my stream started to grab a little bit of traction. And at this time I'm still a very small streamer. I am still to this day, but those 3-4 people that were popping in, you know, we had a lot of great times. I was super excited to have people around, so we were, you know, interacting a lot. And I actually had people from my WoW guild, you know, popping in and hanging out, being supportive, and chatting it up with me and whatnot. So that was really, really fantastic. After I finished Pokemon Snap, I kind of started getting into Zelda games. I had really wanted to play Ocarina of Time for a long time, and I was like, well, why not just do a playthrough of it on stream? And that kind of kicked off this Zeldathon that we are still currently doing right now. Which, well, how many months has it been? I don't even know. I'm looking up when. I'm going to cut this out, but I'm just looking at when I first started Zelda. I should have had this prepared. Okay, I just looked it up, and it looks like I started streaming Ocarina of Time about 2 months ago. So this Zeldathon that we're currently still doing, I'm recording this June 16th, has been about 2 months in the making. So, and we've been going through different Zelda games: Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, Zelda 2. Fucking Zelda, but it's a fucking piece of shit Zelda. And then possibly Twilight Princess or Breath of the Wild next. Anyway, around the time when I first started streaming, you know, and for the next few months, I was still in school. I was actually doing my master's, and that, of course, was requiring most of my time. It was quite a lot of work. You know, combine that with balancing relationships and keeping up with friends, family. You know, making sure me and Emily were doing well. All those kinds of things. I just didn't really have a lot of time to stream. Once my master's was done at the end of April, I think, something like that, I started streaming pretty much full time. And I feel like that was also a really, really big help to my stream as well, is having a concrete schedule, streaming 5 days a week, you know, from very specific times. That way people knew when and where they could find me. And I think that was another big part of, you know, giving me some traction, basically. And again, I guess tip number 2, if you're starting out streaming, try and find a consistent time where you can stream, and something that is sustainable for you is, you know, ideal. Whether that's only once a week, twice a week, up to, you know, 5 times a week, whatever. 7 times a week, as long as you can, you know, maintain other parts of your life too. If you're being consistent about when you stream, I think that is really great for people to know when they can tune in. Once I started streaming on a consistent basis, that's when I really, really fell in love with it. I mean, having people come into the chat and hang out, and so far everyone has been just so positive. We've had very minimal toxicity, which, you know, I'm actually genuinely surprised. I'm sure that won't last forever, but hey, we'll take it while we can get it, right? We've been building this, like, just incredible, you know, community of people who are so supportive and thoughtful and kind, and I'm overwhelmed with how things have gone. Now, I'm still by no means a giant streamer. Of course, we have a lot of growth to do. We have a long ways to go, a long, hard road to climb. It's not easy. But I really think we have a solid foundation that we've built in the last few months with incredible people that it blows my mind, but they actually want to take time out of their days, or I guess, you know, as part of their days, to watch me. And I don't understand it, but I'm thankful for it. I'm very thankful that people want to tune into my streams, even if they just pop in and say hi. You know, all the way from that to, you know, gifting me 5 subs just randomly when, you know, I just met you like 10 minutes ago in WoW Classic, which is what happened the other day on stream, which, again, I'm so thankful for. That was insane. You know, it just blows my mind that people want to even watch me. It's such a weird feeling. It's almost like, you know, imposter syndrome. I'm sure you've heard of it, where you don't feel like you've earned the success that you've had. And again, I'm by no means a giant streamer, but I still feel like I have achieved a level of success, and it's all thanks to the incredible people that pop in each day, or even just from time to time, and help me do the thing that I really, really love. Once I really started streaming full time, I really realized that this is what I love doing. I mean, I've worked numbers of jobs. I've been in school thinking I wanted to be a teacher. While teaching seems like not a bad gig, I really think that streaming is my passion in life. And it's not just playing video games for a living. It's that, because I love video games, but it's also the interaction that I have with the community and the people that come into the stream and the back and forths we have, and building a community, hanging out with people in my Discord, creating YouTube videos like this one, or just editing footage from my Twitch stream, like all of that, the whole thing. I love it so very much, and it's work that I finally feel like I enjoy doing. Very rarely in my life have I enjoyed doing certain kinds of work. In basically all my schooling, save for maybe a few classes which I found particularly interesting, I really didn't love what I was doing, But I love putting the time in to do the streams themselves. Then afterwards, editing the YouTube videos, putting all those together, thinking of funny ideas or things I can do with those videos. And, just building my brand per se and my community. And it's just been so much fun. And I'm so thankful that I have the opportunity to do this. Now I'm in a position in life where I can put in the time to do this. I sort of finished one job, one contract ended, and now I'm sort of in between jobs. Fortunately, I still do have a little bit of income, so I can afford rent and blah, blah, blah while this is going on. Obviously, Twitch at the moment is not enough to support me entirely, so I can't do this full time forever at the moment. But I really want to put 110% into it while I have this time, and hopefully, in the near future, I can support myself through Twitch. And there's been so many incredibly supportive people that I really believe that this is possible. For those of you who are new to streaming, again, I've given you a few tips so far, but it's daunting, and I felt this. And again, we're not at the top of the ladder. We're still down there grinding it out. But you have to just keep going. If you really think that this is something you want to do, you have to keep pushing and keep pushing. And I keep telling myself this, even on the days where it's really hard for me to hit that go live button, because I do really experience that sometimes. This is sort of, real talk. Like sometimes I wake up in the morning, half an hour before my stream is scheduled, and I say, I don't know if anyone's going to show up today. And I've heard big streamers talk about this too. I know I'm not the only one, but I'm experiencing that myself, and it's kind of surreal to me, because I hear bigger streamers, talking about when they were small and how they didn't feel like anyone would show up to their stream and they weren't sure if they should go live. But hit that go live button. Don't not hit it. Just do it. Nike that shit. Because once you hit that go live button and you get in the flow of things, it's amazing, and people will show up. People will hang out with you. Be engaging, latch on to the people that come in, and really just, make them a priority. Make the people that come into your stream the priority. Yes, you're playing a game, but the people coming in want interaction. That's why a lot of people, stop by to small streamers, is to have a chance to actually interact with them, because you don't really get that so much with big streamers all the time, right? Big streamers have messages flying across their screen, and there's no way that they're going to be able to see them all. But people like to pop into small streamers and have that little bit of a back and forth. Really, that's your opportunity to give them that back and forth. So anyway, there's a lot that I've learned so far. And there's a lot of interesting sort of aspects to streaming that you may hear about. I've watched a ton of Twitch. Back in the day when I was younger, I watched a ton of YouTube. So I knew a lot about sort of the streaming and YouTube scene. I guess you could say I'd done my research. But there's always so much to learn. And now that I'm experiencing myself, it's quite interesting. So basically now, in between these cuts, I have to think about what the hell I want to say. So I'm going to cut to when I figured this out. In the meantime, I'm going to sit here and ponder my next topic, okay? Okay, I'm kind of drawing a blank, not gonna lie. I just literally sat here staring into space for about 4 minutes because I couldn't think of anything to say. So, maybe let's talk about where we go from here. So obviously I'm going to keep streaming, with the current schedule I have as consistently as I have been for as long as I can. I don't know how long I can keep doing this without having some kind of part-time job. And, it's a thought that sucks because I want to keep being able to stream 5 days a week, for 6-7 hours per stream. But the reality is I probably eventually might have to get a part-time job or something at least to supplement the Twitch income so I can still keep doing it a few times per week. But, I'm also hoping that maybe in the next few months, the Twitch stream really takes off, and maybe I'll be able to support myself with Twitch. I don't know. But I know what I do know is that I'm going to keep giving it 110%. And you have to, at least I think of it this way, it's a grind. Everyone and their grandma is streaming, and there are grandmas that stream. In a sense, competition is stiff. I don't necessarily see it as competition though, and I guess inherently that is kind of what it is, because people can't really watch more than one streamer at a time. You can have a few streams up, but you really have to kind of only focus on one streamer at a time. And me being one single streamer in a sea of millions of other streamers is quite, again, I'll use the word daunting. But again, I will mention that we have this incredible foundation, this incredible community that we've already built. And I really haven't been streaming that long. And that gives me the hope that we will be able to do it. Everyone that comes into the stream seems to have a really great time, and there are a few people in particular that have been exceedingly supportive. And basically they really do make me believe that my memes will not just be dreams, that I will be able to pull this off, obviously with their support, and that together we can grow into a self-sustaining entity, where I can continue to keep delivering fun, exciting content to you guys and have a fucking blast doing it, man. Just have a fucking blast doing it. So here I am, I gotta think about where to go again. Man, I really should have written some notes down. I really should start doing that. I need to be more organized. God damn. I guess I could talk a little bit about balance. Because one thing that's popping into my mind is that it's one thing I struggle with sometimes is to find the right balance. I want to put all my time into Twitch and into YouTube. Like, that is what I want to do all the time, is just either stream for 10 hours or just edit all day, all night. But it's hard because you have relationships and whatnot that you need to maintain, and I think that at the end of the day needs to be a priority. Fortunately, I have an incredible girlfriend who is super understanding and is extremely supportive as well, and she understands that this is my passion. So we've come to a consensus about, how I can balance my time, where I focus certain time on stream, certain times on YouTube videos, but then we come together and we spend time together, hanging out, go for walks. I mean, things are kind of limited right now with quarantine, what we can do, but sometimes, I'll be honest, I want to really just hammer out more YouTube videos, stream longer, those kinds of things, and it can be tough to pull myself away from that. So I guess if I had another piece of advice, it would be really try and find that balance. I think I did mention this already. I don't know. I'd have to go back in the footage. I'm all over the place. But really strike that balance, or at least try to find a nice balance that is sustainable for you, and give yourself the chance to pull away from the streaming, from the YouTube videos, and relax and recover and come back with a fresh perspective, because I think perspective is extremely important. So what I've been kind of working on is trying to just separate myself from streaming, at certain times during the week, where I can just think about other things, not have it on my mind, relax, and then if I come up with a good idea, maybe I'll write it down or whatever, but I won't think about it actively. And then when I come back to streaming, subconsciously or eventually the idea comes back and I can implement it. So again, just trying to find that balance is really crucial. It's tough. It's something I'm still working on, and something I'll probably be working on for possibly ever. But I think it's really important that you at least try to find a nice balance and maintain the relationships within your life, you know, as well. Don't let Twitch and YouTube consume everything. I know, like, for me, it's my passion and it's what I want to do all the time, just all the freaking time. But I can't let that get in the way of real relationships and interactions with other people that are important in my life. Anyway, I don't know. I'm going to have to just kind of see how this video turned out. I just sort of rambled for like, what, it's been almost half an hour. I'll cut out some shit and it'll probably be kind of cohesive. I don't know. We'll see. But this has basically just been a bit of a vlog about my thoughts and perspectives about my Twitch journey so far. You know, where I started, where I'm at. Again, we're still grinding it out. We're still putting in that work, man. But we're getting there, and we have an incredibly supportive community to back us up. And I just can't say thank you enough for letting me do the thing that I love. And I just hope that I can bring some joy to your lives, and because you've given me so much joy in mine, and I'm so thankful that you've given me this chance, and hopefully, you know, we can do this full time and make a living off of it, and I can keep getting mad at video games for your pleasure. Anyway, I don't really have like a slick ending or you know, a cool ending page or anything like that. I kind of just do everything myself and hope for the best. Basically, my brand is everything is scuffed. So thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Let me know if you want me to do more of these vlog style videos in the future. I really like it. It's really almost therapeutic for me to just kind of talk about shit, get it out there. And in a way, this is a video that I can look back at, you know, maybe 6 months from now, maybe a year from now or something, and see how far we've come. So anyway, that's it for this video. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Like it if you liked it. Comment below your thoughts about, you know, being a smaller streamer, you know, my journey so far. If anything resonated with you from what I talked about. And I guess I'll see you in the next one. Don't let your memes be dreams. Peace.